All right, guys, welcome into another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This is your host, JustCMTexx, and I'm back. And I did something a little bit different last time. We went over my damage list build, but today we're gonna go over my tank list build. These are who I think personally are the best tanks in the Walking Dead Road to Survival, and we're gonna go ahead and get into that right after this. So here are the best tanks in the game. All right, we're starting off with the D tier list. The D tier guy is Shane. Now, if you are a newcomer into the game of the Walking Dead Road to Survival, Shane can be able to help you out if you are like I said, a newcomer into the game. So it's your first time playing Walking Dead, you're loading up, the game loads up, and bam, it gives you a Shane. It's okay. You can be able to use them as a tank to be able to help you out on your defensive squad there. So if we go ahead and we look at Shane, for example, Shane has the hold the line specialist. So as people die, he's going to get stronger on the defense. On top of that, Shane has the critical hit resistance. When a teammate or enemy dies, he heals this character by 20% max HP. So as you can see, when you first get into the game, Shane's gonna be able to help you out when you're building your defense, but he does not have enough sustainability to be able to be on a team past the beginning stages of the game. Okay, so this is what you want to be able to do when you have Shane, and this is why Shane here is on the D tier list. Now, next on this tier list is our C tier toons. So we have Darius and we have Mercer. Now, there was so much hope for Mercer in the beginning, okay? But frankly, they messed up Mercer Kit. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that there, instead of them adding things that would help towards the reflect, they chose to go in a direction towards more so the attack aspect, the berserker aspect. And I get it, you want to be able to feed into that berserker and things of that nature, but his updates and upgrades just do not help him out the way that Mercer should be able to be helped out. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at Mercer here. So what we have here is he has the 40% hit critical resistance, so that's going to help on the defense, but he gets 15% increased bonus attack from the berserk specialist skill. You're not going to be using Mercer to attack. That's not his thing. His thing is to taunt into him so that you can be able to use his reflect, and they kind of missed the bucket there on that aspect when it come to Mercer. Now, the next toon on this list is Darius, okay? And Darius is a tank, and Darius, he's all right, but he's not somebody that you are going to put on your team and use for the long haul. And it's just simply because he just does not fit that groove in which you would need for a defensive toon to be tanky and stout and be able to use them. So if we take a look at Darius, for example, he has one of honestly the worst specialist skills, which is lifesteal. It just doesn't work the way that it should be intended. It should be a little bit more powerful, and then this could make Darius a little bit more viable. But now check this out, he does have that critical hit. When taking damage from adrenaline rush, it's reduced by 20%. When attacking a target with a taunt status, he gets plus 30 crit, so he's going to be able to crit a bit if it's a toon that has the taunt status. But quick healing healing received by this character is 20% more effective. You have that. Make a crit attack against the enemy, this character gets 50 crit. So you're dependent a lot on these crit rolls and things of that nature, and it's just not something that you would need in the current meta for a tank. So this is why Darius is placed on the C tier list. Now, if we go ahead and get back into it, the B tier list, okay? These are the middle of the road toons that you can kind of use. even in some instances today, to be able to put on your defense to be able to help you out until you can be able to get more viable tank toons. And those toons will be Frost and Kelly. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this about Kelly because it needs to be said. Now, Kelly was at one point one of the premier toons, even as a 4-star toon, because he's just that good. He is really good. Number one, he has bodyguard, so he was one of the first bodyguards in the new era. On top of that, he can hold the absolute zero weapon in his hand if you get it, that green weapon, right? He has 20% crit hit resistance, and when performing a bodyguard specialist, 20% chance to give a teammate a guardian shield. Not only that, he deals that damage to the line, he heals himself, and on top of that, he taunts 2 enemies and he gives bonus HP and 50%, he gives 50% defense. So Kelly as a silver mythic is a great toon, you know. So if you had him in the beginning times, he would definitely be what you would want to be able to use. But as you progress in the game, you may want to use better toons, and that's where that kind of comes into play at. Now, next on this list is Frost. Now, Frost is a very unique toon because he has one of the new specialist roles, okay? And that new specialist role is what we would call aggro. All right, now Frost has aggro. Okay, this character gets 30% attack and defense at the beginning of each turn if it was not directly targeted by a successful attack or an ability in the previous turn. Bonus gives this way stacks with each of the bonuses, okay, and resets when a new wave of combat, okay, or if he's attacked. So he has this new role here when it comes to aggro. On top of that, he has the 40% crit hit resistance when taking damage from an adrenaline rush. That's reduced by 10%, and this could also be used with a 50% resistance from critical hit, right? He also has 20% impair resistance so that he can keep going off, and when attacking targets with an attack down status, heal this character by 15% of their max HP. So he does have a really good viable hit at the, you know, especially for those beginning stages of The Walking Dead, if you're just coming in as well too. So now he attacks an enemy for 140 damage. This character and 2 teammates get 25% defense. Now, the downfall to Frost is his adrenaline rush. 75 AP in this era is astronomical. It's absolutely high, and you will actually need a, you know, a huge damage bonus weapon in his hand in order to make him viable. Don't get me wrong, he can be viable, but as you'll see as we go forward with this tier list, there are more toons that you can be able to put on this tank tier list. Now, he deals that 60% damage of his attack. 60% of this deals 60% of this character's attack and main damage to 1 enemy. That's where the problem comes in at, because his attack is not going to be real high. You want to build him more tankish. He's a tank, you know. I mean, it's a lot of ways you could play around with it, but this is what we have here for Frost, you know. And there's different weapons you can be able to put on him that can be able to help him out, you know, as far as impair and daze and things of that nature. You could definitely turn him into a really good tank, but like I said, there's more viable options, and this is why Frost has landed on the B tier list here. Now we go into the A tier list. Now on the A tier list, we have Gator, okay, and we have Thomas Richards. Now when we go ahead here and look at my guy Gator, okay, what you'll see here is that Gator actually has the aggro as well too, so we kind of know how this works. Okay, now his mythic abilities, not too stout, okay, 40% crit, 15% 15% defense, when guardian shield, 50% chance to gain elusive, okay, and we have other people that can play that guardian shield rolled into his kit in order for him to get elusive as well. Now turn 2, this character gets a guardian shield, attack an enemy for 125% damage. So you got to remember, as that aggro's going up, if he's not attacked, he's going to be doing a boatload of damage, right? So we have this guardian shield as well also playing into his kit here. Now on his rush, tyrant assault, 380% damage to 3 enemies. Those enemies get confused for 1 turn. This character and 2 teammates get camouflage for 2 turns. Now, the camouflage is very important. So what this does is, if you're using a rampage toon that goes against him, let's say, for example, you are using Green Michonne 2K, right? If his adrenaline rush goes off and she goes to use Horus with that rampage weapon that she has, which is very unique to green toons, guess what? It's not going to go off. It's not going to happen. If it's trying to attack those toons that have the camouflage, she's done for. It's only going to be able to hit 1 toon, which is going to allow you to last longer when it comes to defense. On defense, in this current meta, you want to be able to last 5 to 6 turns in order to give your offense a chance, okay? So his kit seems a little bit lackluster, but what makes him powerful, what makes him in the A tier that separates him from Frost? He can carry a fast healing weapon and a absolute zero weapon. So 1, absolute zero means that he will take no damage from effects. He could actually tank rushes with that absolute zero weapon, and fast healing means that every turn he's going to be given 10% health to 2 of his teammates. Now, if you pair him with a leader like Ezekiel, oh my gosh, they can work hand in hand and be very good together with those fast healing weapons, healing people all over the place. It can become an absolute nightmare. So this is why Gator is on the A tier. Now, the next toon that is up here on this A tier list is Thomas Richards, right? Now, some of us call him Tommy Dix, right? Because Richard Dick, that's the nickname. Ha ha ha, we get the joke. But Tommy Dix, man, this guy is, I had a love-hate relationship with him. In the very beginning, I saw his potential. I saw how he could become an absolute nightmare on the field with decap and using main together, right? But there were no toons to pair with him to bring out this illustrious evil that Thomas Richards carries, all right? What do I mean by evil? Let's go ahead and look at Thomas Richards. You see that head in the bag? Yeah, that's from one of Herschel's twin daughters from the prison. If you never read the comics, you need to look into him. Oh my God, he is sick. So, Thomas Richards, right? He has decap, meaning that if he is the last one to attack you and you die, you're not gonna get resurrected. There's no coming back from this one, all right? There's no second coming. You are going down for sure. Now, Thomas Richards' ability, 40% crit. While vindicated, while performing the decap specialist, he's gonna heal by 50% as well too. And he has a 10% debilitating status resist. So that means that he has a chance to be able to resist some of these statuses that could hurt him, normalize, things of that nature, right? Now, that's not even it. His kit, technically, if he had better things around him, is absolutely OP. So let's go ahead and look at his kit. Deal 15% of this character's attack and main damage to 1 enemy, right? On top of that, this character gets 10% AP, plus 10 AP for every enemy with the main status damage. You put him on you could build a niche offensive team. Him, Giafang. You could also throw in Command Rick, Thomas Richards, Pamela, different combinations with Kapoor as well. And these guys absolutely shred. They can be very good together. And he can be good on a defensive team as Pamela lead, because he is going to get a absolute better boost when you look at his rush. Look at his rush. Deal 24% of this character's max HP and main damage. Okay, think of this. If he has 60k HP, 70k, he could get as high as 75, 80k with the right combinations. Pamela's lead, absolutely astronomical HP. This man is going to be doing almost 25k damage to 4 enemies with that main damage. He'll kill an offensive team he goes off if he is in the right situation, and they get hit reduction as well too. So this is why Thomas Richards is here at the A tier. As a matter of fact, he can be as high as S tier depending on the combination and the team that you actually put him in. On top of that, he can hold the red absolute zero weapon in his hand and do the buff, the 10% damage buff as well too. There's just so many different combinations and ways you can go with him. This is Thomas Richard, your tank here in the A tier. Now, If we go here, the next tier is our S tier, all right? This is some of the creme de la creme toons in the game. Now, when we look at this S tier, we have Rick 2000, who is a mythic trial toon, so everybody may not be able to get their hands on him just yet. We have Kapoor, who's readily available right now in the War Store. You can be able to pick Kapoor up, and at Limit Break 3, he is absolutely nuts. At Limit Break 3 and Limit Break 2, Limit Break 2, he's nuts already too, because of how fast Kapoor is able to go ahead and get his rush, and this is why he is a S tier toon. So let's go ahead and look at Kapoor. Let's see what this riding cowboy sheriff does. Now, he has dexterity, right? This is a okay specialist skill to have, but this is not what makes Kapoor good, okay? Kapoor shines bright like a diamond when he is using his signature move. Now, signature move, turn 1, deal main damage equal to 25% of this character's max HP. This character gets 35 AP. When you pair him with Rick or any command toon right now, obviously you want to go ahead and get Rick. Rick is the only command toon we have that is a mythic, so the S classes and things of that nature are going away. But anyway, if you pair Kapoor with Rick turn 1 and you have Pamela's lead or somebody with high HP as a lead, you can even use Glenn as well. He is snapping on the offense and the defensive end. If you don't kill him, he's gonna wipe a toon turn 1 and main damage 3 others with like majority of their health. It's ridiculous. So he's absolutely good. I use him against some of these higher teams, you know, who, you know, are really, really tanky. You know, he works very, very, very well against them. So I have that. And then now on his rush, okay, and this is why it's important for you to have him at tier 2. Okay, tier 1 is reduced. Tier 2, he has the healings, right? And then tier 2 here, he gets 15 more AP, which is 35, allowing him to rush turn 1. So that's what you want to have there for Kapoor. Now, Kapoor himself is a great character. His rush, deal main damage, 33% of this character's HP and main damage. It's gonna be crazy. Heal this character and one other teammate by 50% of their max HP. So he also works as a minor healer in that sense as well too. So he has a very, very dominant main kit, and you definitely want to go ahead and get your hands on him. This is why he is one of the S tier toons that we have here. So then we have Pamela Anderson, we have Skeleton Steve, Romanoff, who I think is going to be very, very, very good as well too, you know, because Romanoff is he's going to be nuts. He's going to deal 20% of his max HP and main damage up to 2 enemies. He gets critical hit. He has Guardian Shield to be able to protect as well. It's just so much stuff that he can be able to do, and he can remove focus from a damage roll toons. So he is going to be good as well. He's going to be good as well. And then we have Governor. Everybody knows about Governor. All right, Governor is a absolute monster. He just kills. Reminds me of Tara Michael Myers, but that's who the Governor is. And we know Morgan is a mythic trial toon that everybody might not be able to get their hands on. So that's what we have there. Now, for the creme de la creme of the defensive tank toons, we have Tara, Ezekiel, and Cliff. All right, we need to definitely go over Tara, and this is why these toons are creme de la creme. We're gonna go ahead and break them down in their detail. So boom, first on the stage is Tara. All right, what does Tara do? All teammates get 30% HP. All right, so one, she gives one of the highest HP boosts, right, and reduce all bleed and burn damage for all fast and tough teammates by 70%. That's the key. It works for fast and tough teammates for that bleed and burn damage, right? Now, 40% critical resistance. She gets 20% extra HP, right? At the beginning of each wave, the 100% chance that all teammates get defensive down block for 1 turn. So she's also given defensive down block at the beginning of the wave. So she is playing like a minor Ezekiel, as well as blocking the bleed and burn. Oh my God, she is the toon you want to have leading your defense. Whenever anyone on your team is healed, 30% chance to deal 2,000 bleed damage for 1 turn to a single target. So she is just nuts, man. And then we go to this knuckle sandwich. All right, anybody that knows Tara from the previous era, knuckle up, she is very good. So she deals damage to 1 enemy to 50% of their max 50% of their max HP. So if she is hitting and you got 30k HP, you getting 15k taken away from you. She is an absolute nightmare there as well, and you get hero reductions on top of this. This is what helps her shine as well too. This character and all medic role teammates get 100% defense for 2 turns when battling on the defensive team. This character and all medic roles get 80% attack too, plus 80% attack. So she's also going to make your medic toon stronger. So have you ever been wondering and you like, man, how in the world am I getting slapped by Doc Stevens? Yo, how in the world am I getting slapped by Skins? How is these guys doing 70k damage? We're not talking about Conquest, but how is these guys doing 20k damage? Why are my guys dying? This is why. It's in her kit. She's an absolute monster. Wait a minute. It gets better though. Now, she already has party healing on her weapon, but you could fix this up, go a different route. Fast healing, absolute 0. Oh my gosh, bro. She's gonna be taking people out. This is why Tara is the stuff. She is the best premium leader. Well, you can be able to get her now, but she's the best premium leader in the game. Now, next on this list is my boy Ezekiel. Ezekiel was the first premier to come into the game, and he's still the best. He's still the best, the easiest one to be able to access. He is good. This is why. All teammates get 25% defensive down. I'm sorry. All teammates get 25% defense. All teammates get defensive down block for 4 turns at the beginning of each wave. Lights out. You can't, he stops those turn 1, turn 2 offenses you want to try to have as well, right? 40% critical hit resistance. Stat mods are 30% more effective on him, so they work better. When this character starts their turn, enemies with damage roll get negative 15% attack for 1 turn. When this character starts their turn, 50% chance this character and 1 teammate get plane split. Now, plane split can be either good or bad, but as you know, for him, anybody ran up against him in Conquest know he's an absolute nightmare. And when you battling him with good defenses built, he's good too. Now, turn 2, this guy gives Guardian Shield to 2 teammates, and he gets bonus HP. On top of that, when he rushes, get 350% defense for 1 turn. This character gets bonus HP equaling to his missing HP. It's ridiculous, and this is what you want as a absolute tank. And because he's a fast character, guess what he could hold in his hand? Absolute 0 fast healing weapon as well. And fast healing is OP broken, it feels like. So Ezekiel is a great toon. And last on that list is Cliff, right? It's a list. Last on the list is Cliff, right? Now, Cliff is a bodyguard toon, but check this out. We all know how bodyguard works and things of that nature. You get hit, you take the damage is transferred, it does 50% less damage, but this is where he starts to shine. 40% critical hit resistance. When performing a bodyguard specialist, 1 enemy gets negative 30 attack for 2 turns. So if that bodyguard is going off, somebody is losing their ability to attack more. Now, when this character starts their turn, 60% chance to recover from defensive down. Absolutely. When performing a bodyguard specialist, this character gets bonus. Now he's getting bonus HP. Now, check this out. Turn 2. Give 1 teammate elusive and he heals up. So if you did bodyguard turn 1, you didn't kill him, bam, he's going to heal up turn 2. This is where he gets absolutely crazy. This character gets 60% bonus HP, heals 40% of their max HP, and gets 40% defense for 2 turns. This character also recovers from infection. Nuts. All right. And he can hold an elusive, impair, and daze weapon in his hand. Bro, if you don't, it's problematic, man. So this is why these guys are here. And this is the creme de la creme of the toons, right? This is your boy, JustCMTexx. back in effect, man. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, hit that thumbs up, man. I definitely appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the join button. 99 cents. Help support the channel, help support the content. This your boy JustCMTexx with another banger. I'm out. Peace.